morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, no matter where you are. All right, guys. So I'm gonna do another education video over here. So now I'm gonna talk about zone. All right. Of course, I'm gonna separate it. First of all, I'm gonna talk about supply zone. Supply zone. So I must tell you beforehand, I'll say every person, okay, looks at the zone differently. So I'm gonna show you how I look at the zone. This is how I define my zone. All right. It might be different from other people, but anyway, this is how I define my zone based on my uh experience. Okay. So all right. So first of all, these are the five types of zone. Okay, five types of zone, supply zone that I will identify on my chart. There is only five for me. Okay, so there are five for supply and five for demand. So first of all is that I'm going to show you the first type. So the yellow box, I'm going to say the yellow box. This yellow box will be my supply zone. This will be my supply zone. So how do I determine the supply zone? So supply zone is for sell. Okay. So what I do is that when there is a bullish candle for the first time, when there is a bullish candle, then suddenly there's a significant drop. So this is my supply zone. I will mark it at the open of this candle, first candle, to the highest wick. Okay. So this will be my zone. Okay. This will be my zone. This will be my supply zone. All right. So the second type, okay, same with the first type, but the difference will be the wick. If you look at it, or the shadow, if you look at it, the shadow of this candle is higher than this. Whereas for this, the candle, the shadow is this, the bullish, the bearish candle is higher than the bullish candle. So what I will do is that my zone, I will identify it from here, open to the highest point. So actually, it's to the highest point, whichever is highest. Okay, is if it's the number one candle, then it will be like this. If the second candle, it will be like this. Means that if this candle, let's assume this candle shadow is so high, so then it will be like that. All right, hopefully you guys understand. It's very simple, and I don't need to explain much on this. So this is only two candlesticks. Okay, things gonna get more complicated, right? So next is that we have the group candlestick. We have three candlestick. What happens is that if there is two small bearish bullish candlestick, if there's two bullish candlestick and that is suddenly a significant drop, so where is my zone? So my zone, I will identify it as here, from here to here. Okay, from the first small bullish candlestick to the whichever is highest. If let's say this is higher, okay, let's assume this is higher, then my box will be like this. All right. So if this shadow is higher, then the box will be higher. All right. So let's cut short. So why does I take this as a zone? Okay, because if you look at it, the movement here, these two movement is actually we call it the base movement. Okay, so when we have a base movement and suddenly there's a significant drop, means that there is a external force that broke the previous low. Okay, that broke this both of these base. So this whole movement is considered as a supply zone for me. Okay, I have to stress it out, for me. So this is how I look at the supply zone. So what is the third type of supply zone? My third type of supply zone is like this. Okay, of course, I'm gonna label it out first. It will be from the open of the bullish candle to whichever is highest. Okay, if this is higher, then it will be this one. All right, so if this is highest, then my box will extend it to this point. All right, so this is how I determine my supply zone for this type. Okay, it's because this movement, these two movement is actually considered as one movement. Okay, as is considered as one movement for this bullish candle. Okay, so this is how I determine my supply zone. So the last one, this is a bit complicated, but anyway, just accept it if you can accept it. All right, so this is how I define my supply zone for the third type of candlestick. Okay, so there is a bullish candle. Let's assume there is a bullish movement. All right, then suddenly there is a doji. Okay, it does not matter whether the doji is without body or with a very, very small body. That is fine for me. I don't mind. If the doji is with a very small body, I'm also okay. But as long as small, is contained in a small movement. Then the other thing is that the color of this doji, should it be bullish or bearish, I also don't mind. Okay, but there is a doji between the reversal. Can you see there's a reversal? There's a bullish and then reversal bearish. So this is also my supply zone. Okay, because it's very simple. The theory is very simple. When there is a reversal, means that there is the price goes down. That is because of supply surging. Means that there's a lot of supply. That's why the price can only goes down. So where is my zone? My zone I will identify as the open. I'll only take notice of this doji, the open of this doji to the highest shadow, whichever this two is. Let's assume if this doji is so high, then it will be like this. Okay, if this is even higher, then my shadow, my box will be like that. So this is how I define my supply zone. Okay, you have to know I did some variable, means that I changed of the height of the shadow. Okay, so you have to take notice of that. So this is how I determine my supply zone. All right, so the next question is that at what time frame should I look at my supply zone? So I'll say that every time frame is actually okay. Every time frame is okay, but just that you need to stick to one time frame for analyze. Okay, because some of my members, I mean my friends, after I taught them, they get confused. They look at H4, H1, and then 15 minutes. So they got confused which sub zone, we'll say zone, either supply or demand, which zone should they use. I'll just tell them, if you analyze using H1, let's assume I analyze using H1. So I'm gonna stick to H1 all the way. I only go into sniper entry after my analyze fulfill my criteria. Means that I already have my QML at H1, and then my MPL, if I cannot see, only I go into smaller time frame to look at it. Then from there, I'm gonna find my fresh supply and demand zone. That's all. Okay, so what is a fresh or supply demand zone? So here I'm gonna give you example. I'm using only this part. All right, this. So what happens is that when the price in future, okay, if there is no price comes back to this area to testing or go through this, okay, then this is considered fresh if there is no. So but if it is there is a price came back to this area, either reject or react with this zone, I'll say that this zone is already consumed or partially consumed, because I really do not know how much order the big players or big bankers have pending over there. But I'll say that it's already consumed. Means that I won't take 100% that there is any rejection at this point, at this area. Okay, that's why I'll say consume or not consume. So let's look at some example of mapping, because supply and demand zone is very important for mapping. So if you need the demand zone, you just uh, flip this over, then that is your demand zone. So let's look at some of the example over here. This is actually latest chart that is moving. So I'm gonna show a few example of how I do my mapping and why is it so important. Okay, first of all, let's take notice of this fall. Okay, I just randomly take a chart. This fall, this is Euro USD H4. So first of all, I need to have my color differently. I usually put red color for my demand supply zone and blue color for my demand zone. So this is a supply zone. This is my supply zone. Okay. If you look at it, one big candle drop, then two small, this one call it the bullish candle. This is the type, which type? This one, this one. All right. So this is the type. Yeah, look at it. So what happens is that I will drag this box until a price meet. All right, it got rejected over here. It got consumed and rejected over here. All right, maybe I'm gonna, I will, yeah, and maybe I'm gonna use the box only. It's easier for a lot of people to look at it. Red color, okay. So it's consumed over here. So can you see it? So means that the supply zone over here is no more. No more. All right. Then let me see, is there any more supply zone? Yes. So this is how I do my, this is my supply zone. But it got consumed straight away by this blue candle. And then this blue candle itself form another supply zone. Okay. Then I'll drag it until it got consumed. It got consumed over here. All right. So keep doing this and you read the price movement. Then you'll know where the price is. Okay, so I'm going to give you some example of how I do my supply and demand mapping. I call it, this is what we call as mapping. Because for me, mapping is the most important process. You can see how the price move, first of all, and then you know that where's your potential rejection area or your take profit area. Okay, so this is all my supply zone along this line. Then slowly you make the demand zone, then supply zone, demand zone, supply zone, demand zone all the way. Okay, so this is a few example I'm going to show you, and this is how I determine my supply zone. All right, so hopefully you guys learn a few tricks or tips about this and enjoy. And if you like the video that I make, you feel that it's giving you some value or information, please like and subscribe so that I know there's a lot of people wanted this kind of information, that I'll do my best to do more videos for you. All right, guys. So see you next time. Bye.